Hello, everybody. How are you? It is Cindy here with Stampin' Chick Creations. Welcome. It is Monday, October 6th. Wow. Monday, October 6th. How did we get here is what I want to know. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are returning, thank you for coming back. I try to go live every Monday and Thursday of every week. So as you hop on, say hello and let me know where you're watching me from, because I'm always curious to know where my viewers are coming from, because we tend to have lots of viewers from all over the place. Hi, Sheila. And it's awesome to see different people from around different parts of the world joining us. So welcome. I am going to wait a few minutes because I want to make sure that everybody hops on. We are going to be doing a technique tonight. I toyed with what technique to do tonight. And I thought, you know what? We're going to do an oldie but a goodie. And then I'm going to actually start for myself, kind of getting a routine into which ones we're doing each week. So I will try to go live Monday nights with a fold or something kind of different. And then Thursdays, I will be going live with a technique. So Technique Thursday. So as you hop on, say hello. If you cannot watch us live for whatever reason, hi, Kim. Please be sure to hashtag replay so that I know how many of you are actually watching me on a replay. There are my friends. I'm seeing lots of friends saying hello. So as you are hopping on, a couple things that I just want to make you aware of is I am doing, hi Pamela, I am doing, if you saw on my personal page as well as my business page, I am doing a kit fundraiser. And hello, Elaine. And what am I doing? I've got a really bad headache today, by the way, friends. I am doing a kit fundraiser. And, so what I'm asking for is a donation from you of $30, to purchase a kit. So if you send me the $30, I'm going to purchase the kits. You can give me a donation of 30, 60, 90, whatever you want. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all that money and I'm going to purchase kits and I'm going to donate them back to some charities for tweens. So, because I know there's so many kids in our community that don't really get a lot at Christmas, and our kits are an amazing opportunity for that. So as a thank you to you for donating, I am offering you a day to receive a free crafting class with some of my sisters, some of my stamping sisters from across Canada. So we have decided to collaborate on a crafting day for you that will be virtual, and you will get a full day of projects from all of us, which is really awesome. And if you're on my team, we do this for our teams once every 3 months, I guess it is. And it's awesome. It's a fantastic day. I can't even tell you. It's just such a fantastic day. The ideas are amazing. The projects are amazing. Hi, Laren. And so we're going to give that to you as a day. So we're going to all come up with projects and we're going to, some of us might have to record them because I know the date that we have picked, October 25th, I am busy. But I will pre-record my project for you and it will be there for you to have. If you don't want to participate in that class for, I don't know, whatever reason, I will send you 12 cards as a thank you instead. If I have to courier them, that's fine. If I have to wait for Canada Post, enough said with that. So anyway, so if you have that in your budget to donate, that's fantastic. I would love that. Hi, Charlene. So our kits are on sale right now from the 6th to I want to say the 9th, but I actually think it's the 8th. And they're up to 30% off. So right now I can buy even more kits. So that's why right now is an awesome time. So if you can help me, I did get your donation, Sandra. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So, and I filled out the form for you so we don't miss you when we send out the invites. So the thing is, I forget. I was going to say something. I'll forget So yeah, so it's going to be an awesome, oh, so that's what I was going to say. I actually had put down that I was going to raise 100 kits. That was kind of ambitious of me. I don't think I'm going to get to 100 kits. So if I get to 30 kits, I would be extremely happy. Okay. So if you can donate, fantastic, donate. I did open up my soiree information yesterday. So 12 projects. Somebody was asking, and I don't think I responded. 12 projects for sure. And then there's always goodies included with that, either embellishments or sometimes it's been a kit. It's been different things. So just working on all the finalized details for that, but it's always an awesome time. So if you're coming in person, you get lunch included. If I'm sending it to you, you're getting free shipping. So it's awesome. And we're going to have a variety of projects, all holiday projects. Yes. Okay. I just finished designing all the cards for the cancer fundraiser, and they're beautiful. Just saying. Just saying, they're pretty. I really like them. Okay, you guys did not come here to listen to me blabber blabber. One other thing I will tell you though is $48 for the starter kit is an incredible deal. I've had lots of people taking advantage of that, and I would hope that you would consider it, because this is the best kit I have ever seen in my 19 years with Stampin' Up. There have been some pretty darn good kits, but this one has got to take the cake. And so it's an awesome deal. So if you would like to take advantage of that, I would suggest that you do. It's awesome. Like, I don't know how you can, there's not even a downfall to this one. Like, so you get a discount, you get $165 in product for $48 and no tax. Not a tough gig, if you ask me. But, and you get to be on my team. And when you're on my team, I give you some pretty fun things. And we meet and we chat and we do really cool things sometimes. Not always, but I'm getting back in my groove again. Okay, so you guys want to know what we're doing? I'm just cutting my cardstock because I have absolutely nothing ready. Yep, this is going to be a good one tonight, friends. Okay, you want to know what we're doing? I don't know what we're doing. But you have paper with you. I'm assuming you will have paper with you. I'm assuming you have a stamp set. I'm assuming you have some inks. And I'm just cutting my first items. I did tell you that you could not have, or not, sorry, let me reword my words. That you should not have something that required coloring. And I kind of went against... Oh, oops. Okay. I kind of went against that with my rules. So, hi, Suzanne. Thanks for coming. All right. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to, oh, actually, that might actually work out. Not so bad. Okay. Let me just fix this. Okay. Hang on one second, friends. That's weird. Okay, it's going up and down. Okay. Whew, that was like, I have a headache. I hope it's just because I'm tired. Oh yeah, I gotta fix this. Okay, so let's get started. You know what we're doing tonight? You don't have a clue what we're doing tonight, do you? Hi, Chris. We are gonna go rock and rolling tonight. What do you think? Do you want to go rock and roll? Has anybody rocked and rolled before? I can't wait to hear what you say to that question. I'm just looking for my Pretty Peacock ink. This one. Okay. How many of you guys have rocked and rolled before? Yes? No? If you've been with me for a while, you've rocked and rolled with me before. Sandra has rocked and rolled, yes. For some reason, when I'm watching on Facebook, I cannot post. I'm going to tell you why, Bev. Because Facebook is silly. That's why. Facebook is silly. So I'm going to actually just trim down my paper here a little bit. It's been a while. I know. This is why this is not a new technique by any means. And I know some of you are like, seriously, that's what she's doing tonight? Yeah, it is. Do you know why? Because I'm a very strong believer in refreshing our techniques every once in a while. And even though it's been one we've done probably a million times, I think we forget sometimes how we rock and roll. And there's always new people who have not rocked and rolled. Hi, there's my sister. Okay, let's go rocking and rolling. Okay, so my rule was this: to not have a stamp set that requires coloring. Okay, so ideally something like this would be awesome. I'm going to break the rules tonight though, and back to basics. Yes, I'm going back to the basics. Hi, Margaret, I did not see you come in. I'm going to use this one. Okay, you can use this one. I've done this one in orange and yellows. It's beautiful. I'm going to do this one in Lost Lagoon and Pretty Peacock. Okay, I think I need a bigger block though. Okay, let's go. Let's go. So when you do this, I'm using retired stamps tonight, friends. Do you know why? Because I have them. And not everything has to be new and fresh and beautiful. Right? Okay, so this is what I'm doing. I am using Lost Lagoon. No, I'm not. I'm using Pretty Peacock card base. I'm using Lost Lagoon scrap. And then I'm going to use my white. So I may have to adjust my measurements a little bit. That's not too bad. So that's like pretty color combination, right? I'm just going to move my light just a little bit. I feel like something's blurry tonight, and I can't tell if it's my eyes, if it's a camera, if it's the light. Okay, so very important. This is very, very important. I love all the old stamps too. I know. I'm so past this. Oh my gosh, it has to be new. I'm done. I'm done with that. I have so many things that I love and I try not to use them, and I'm going to continue to use them. So, very important when we are rocking and rolling. Okay. You need to use your lighter ink first. Okay. And the reason for this, once I move into other colors, you're going to notice a bigger difference. This probably wasn't a great one to start with, but it doesn't matter. You'll understand because you're going to stick with me all the way to the end because you want to know all the things. Okay. So I'm going to use my Lost Lagoon because that is the lighter color of the two that I've picked. So I'm using Lost Lagoon and I am using a Pretty Peacock. Okay. So I'm inking up my Lost Lagoon. It's beautiful. Thank you. Yes. I love it. Okay. Then I'm going to bring in my Pretty Peacock. Now, this is the reason why we need to do our light color first, is because if I were to put the Pretty Peacock on first and then put it into my Lost Lagoon, I've now cross-contaminated my ink pads. Not a big deal when your colors are darker. Big deal when you're using your light colors like your pinks and your yellows and your oranges. Okay, so this is my brand new Pretty Peacock ink pad because my other one did something really funky. So Lost Lagoon. Now, this one's going to be a little bit more challenging. Like, what a terrible card to start with. But anyway, whatever. And I'm going to just roll the edges. I'm not putting it right in. I'm just rolling my edges. Okay. Now, how much you roll is up to you. I'm just going to grab a Kleenex here just because I know me. And I know what's going to happen once I go to put this down on my paper. Because that's just how I roll. Okay, so there I go. I'm going to bring in my paper. I'm going to try not to drop this because I have a tendency of doing that. I'm going to push down. You can't see on camera. Maybe you can. Maybe you actually can see that on camera. You can see the lighter and then the dark edges. Okay. So I'm going to actually just use this. You're amazing in every way. And I'm going to use my Lost Lagoon. So cards tonight are going to be super simple. They are not going to be complex. There's not going to be a fancy fold. So if that's what you came for, come back another day. because tonight's cards are techniques. Okay. You can see that, right? Okay, good. I'm glad you guys can see it on camera, because sometimes I feel like you can't get the full effect on camera. So again, not a great one to start with because those colors are kind of similar, but I want you to see the beauty of this. So stick with me because I got a couple more cards to do. So this technique is awesome because you can actually take what you have and make it look like a whole new stamp. Okay. Now, the more contrast you have between your colors, the more amazing this will actually be. Okay. So if you do like a pale, pale pink and then like a bright pink or like an orange and a yellow for fall, it's amazing. Whoa, I really did not cut those right. Anyway, we are not going to judge. Okay. So see how simple and pretty that is? Okay. So it's funny. I said rocking and rolling and I lost a bunch of people. People are like, no, I'm out. I've seen that before. I don't want that. That's okay. Okay. I just got a new spritzer. So I'm pretty excited about that. All right. All right. Now, you guys have to stick with me because you just never know what I might spit out. Right? Okay. So this one, so it honestly does work really awesome with different colors. So I'm going to actually take just a piece of scrap. Okay. This was not in my intended cards to make tonight, but I'm going to take a piece of scrap and I'm going to show you this one here with two different, no, you know what? We're not going to do that because I'm going to show you, I have a different one I want to do. Okay. So what if I take this? Okay, let's put these two away for a second. Okay, so what if I take this as my card base? So this is my card base, Old Olive, right? So while I'm cutting my card base, how many of you have actually noticed the starter kit? And thought, there's some people on this video that have decided that that is a fantastic idea. And they have joined my team, which I'm so excited to have them for $5.25. I'm very excited because between the kits and my team, we have some pretty awesome people. Kim has, yes, Kim's a smart lady. She's my soul sister, that one there. Okay, 3 3/4 by 5. Okay, so here we go. You're going to see it really come out here on this card. Okay, so this is going to be my layer. This is going to be my layer. Okay. Where's my... So what if I use this leaf? Look how pretty this one is. This is a retired one too. Who cares? Not me. Right? Okay. I'm actually just cleaning the back of my stamp as well as my front because the back sometimes gets caca. Do you guys ever have that where it's just not so sticky? Okay, so suggestion. What 2 colors should I use for my leaf? Remembering that I need 2 drastic changes. So I need a bright color and a lighter color. So we have like a crushed curd. We could do a Daffodil Delight with a pumpkin pie. We could do a pumpkin pie with a cherry cobbler. We could do an Old Olive with cherry cobbler or Timid Tiger. Timid Tiger's very, very rich. So we could do something like that. So color suggestions, ready, set, go. Oh, where's my red and yellow? What is that color? So this color is Old Olive and Pumpkin Pie. I don't know, lighting tonight is just not having it, eh? Timid Tiger, red and yellow. My sister says red and yellow. Red and yellow. Timid Tiger. Timid Tiger's very, very rich. That's Timid Tiger. It doesn't look like it. What in the heck? I don't know. I may have to replace my camera. Timid Tiger. Anybody else? Oh, there's some more comments. Sorry. Red and orange. Use the colors of your cardstock. That's what I was going to do, Bev. You think alike. You and I think alike. Red and orange. Okay. Do we want to use pumpkin pie? Cherry cobbler and Timid Tiger. Ooh, that's good. That's a good one. Cherry cobbler and Timid Tiger. What was the other color? Pumpkin pie. Okay, so here's some colors that we could use. This looks faded. It looks like a peach. Timid Tiger, Old Olive. Ooh. So those two. Well, that would be interesting too, wouldn't it? Now, granted, I've glued nothing down. So if I need to change my card bases, I can do that. Okay. So let's do this. Although I love the cherry cobbler, let's do an Old Olive with a Timid Tiger. Timid Tiger and Crushed Curry. Ooh. That too could be a good color combination. Old Olive, Timid Tiger. Okay, let's go Old Olive, Timid Tiger because I want you to see a very drastic difference. Which you will see because I think this Old Olive is caca. Because I don't know where my good Old Olive went. Okay. Okay, so I'm doing my Old Olive first. Because technically that would be the lighter color. Okay. But you can't see much probably. So the color combination that you're going to do is going to be remarkably different. So too many colors to choose from. I know, that's the problem. So every time you do this technique and every time you do this style, you are going to get completely different looks. Okay. So I have my Old Olive. And because depending on how much you rock and roll will also depend on how it turns out. Because you're never going to rock and roll the same way. Not going to do it. It won't happen. So I'm going to actually go this way. Can you see that? It's actually funny because it looks like it actually has a circle in the middle. We do see it in person. So what I'm going to actually do here is I'm going to use cherry cobbler to do the veins, the vines, the veins, the vines. Ugh. Everything's stuck and my fingers don't cooperate. Come on, baby girl. Let's go. Truthfully, if you just talk to your stamps, they come right off, right? No. I wish. That would be way too easy. Okay. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to actually line these up. I'm trying to make sure that this doesn't actually purposely line. No, I guess it does not, does it? Oh, kind of. I haven't used a Stampin' so long. I'm like, does this actually really line up? Not really. Okay. All right. So let's see what this looks like. So this is Cherry Cobbler. I'm hoping this will break up the circle look that we've designed here. I have a feeling I'm not going to like this. FYI, I just have a feeling. I'm going. I feel like it's not going to line up. Oh, that's not too bad, actually. Okay. So now, I'm going to show you. Okay, this is not cleaning. I need to clean my chamois. So now, come on. Where's my stamp set? Let me close this up so I don't put my finger in it. Let me see here. Is anybody playing along with me, by the way? Curious? Because sometimes you are playing along, sometimes you are not. So you see, just watching. So you see how drastically different. I'm going to do another one. We're going to do a Christmas one, and I'm going to come back. I'm going to do this one with another fall one. But so this is the thing. I'm baking carrot cakes. Oh, good. I'll be right over, Chris. I love carrot cake. So this is the thing. This is an awesome technique to do in like the fall months, I find, is when I generally, I don't know about you guys, but for me, I tend to use certain techniques at certain times of the year. Like they're almost like seasonal. So, this technique I tend to do this time of year because I like to create like the fall cards, right? But like, these are not fancy. They're not supposed to be fancy. That's not the intent. The intent is to show you the technique, not how fun they are. Fun cards, that's on the fun fold night. These ones are to teach you a technique. Now, if you were in my technique class, Sheila, Sharon, who else is watching that was in my technique class? You have your book, right? So we did a really cool technique class. It was a club, actually, where we would get together every month. Lynn, she's not on here, I don't think, though. And we would make a different technique every month. And so they got a card to put in their book. And then they also made 3 cards using that same technique, which was really super cool. So you kind of got lots of good practice on doing the technique. It was fun. We got a good variety of techniques to use. Okay, so I'm going to do a Christmas one or a holiday one. I shouldn't say Christmas one. That's not really appropriate. A holiday one next. Okay, so if it's a holiday one, I want you to start thinking. Okay, let me get this one here. So I'm going to use this tree. is what I'm going to do. Okay. Now, here's my colors. I guess I'll be using my cherry cobbler as my base. Potentially. And then we'll go back and do some more fall ones. Just to show you the difference. Okay. 4 by 5 1/4. Five by 3 3/4. Okay. So this one I would like to do with a light green and then a darker green is what I would like to do. So what greens would those be? We could use soft sea foam, which I know for sure is a light green. I could use lemon lime twist. Old olive. I think my mossy, this is a good mossy meadow. And then I have a garden green. I'm not going to use my shaded spruce because my shaded spruce I know is not good. And I need to replace it. Okay. So out of these greens, I need 2 greens. So a light and then a dark. Soft sea foam's very, very pale. Now, what I also could do is I could stamp my tree in one of these colors, stamp off, and then do the rock and roll. Okay. So keep that in mind as well. That's always a possibility if you do not have all the colors. Make your own. Oh, I'm pulling blocks out and there's blocks right in front of me. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Okay. So I could do old olive, stamp it off. Joanne, I didn't even see you were here. How did I miss you? Did you sneak in the back door? Old olive and garden green. Old olive, garden green. Okay. And then we have soft sea foam and garden green. This one's super, super, super light. This is definitely, I don't think that's really a color option. I'm inclined to try these two, but my garden green I think is maybe not amazing. Garden green for sure, maybe. You guys really like that garden green, you folks. You folks. Oh, you know what I was actually going to do? I remember now what I wanted to do. I was going to actually change the layout of this card, but anyway. It's going to make this a square. It's going to emboss things. I had all these ideas in my head, and then I get on camera and I go, pfft, right out the window. Gone. I was going to make this a square and like pop it up and emboss the back. Right? Oh, you're just late coming in. Oh, okay. Hi, Kathy. Okay, so do we want to try old olive and garden green? I don't know how my garden green's going to go. We'll give it a whirl. If it doesn't work, friends, you know what we're doing? We are flipping this over and we're going to start on the other side because there's 2 sides to every piece of paper. Unless it is specialty paper. That's right. Okay, so I'm going to do old olive as my first color. Okay. Old olive. So Kathy, we are rocking and rolling. And then I'm going to yeah, see, you can't see that because my colors are caca. My garden green is not great, guys. I need to put that on my list. So, I have a shopping cart started. Let's do a mossy meadow. Let's do Mossy Meadow, because I think my Mossy Meadow is brand new. No, not this Mossy Meadow is brand new. This Mossy Meadow is brand new. Okay. This one needs to go down the caca place. Okay, this one's brand new. Okay. Let's try this again. Oh, yeah, this is Old Olive. I have like really, really, really good ink pads that like I bought. I've only used a handful of times. And then I have the ones that I have not, that I need to just throw out, but I can't bring myself to throw them out because they're an ink pad and I don't think we should throw them out. Can you see that? Now, do I love that? No. Do you know why? I'm going to tell you why. Because it looks like there's a splatter in the middle of my tree. That's why. So, let's just do this for a second. This is just scrap paper. So now we're just playing at this point. Oh, I'm going to get the same effect. Can you see that? Because my Mossy Meadow is very juicy, you want to be very careful. There, that might be a little bit better. So see, you can see that is a little bit better. I'm going to go up a little bit more here. Still not amazing. I don't love it. Why do I not love this tonight? I don't know. I could put like red gems on that and make it still beautiful. Okay. Now, hang on. I want to try something else. Hang on. Bear with me for 30 seconds here. Bear with me. Where's my walk? Oh, right here. I really do need to make more room on my desk. Okay, let me do this for a second. Okay, Daffodil Delight. Which, this is a very old Daffodil Delight, friends, so it's going to be pretty. Timid Tiger. I'm just watching this flying everywhere. Ah! I'm not having good luck tonight, guys. What's happening? Maybe it's because my Timid Tiger is so juicy. Hang on. Could be the operator having a splitting headache tonight. Let's do it this way. I'm like literally working off this spot that you can see here. That's what I'm working off. Now, when you do this with the foam ink pads, guys, it's a little bit different too. There, that's what I wanted. Okay. So see how the middle is yellow and the outside is orange. So when you're doing it with your new ink pads, you want to be very, very careful because they're so juicy that it kind of spreads the ink, right? Whereas on your old style ink pads, you have a little bit more control over it, right? Okay, so I want to give you that full effect of the... So I'm going to go back to my tree and see if we can fix that. So I think I want to use... Let me put these away. I got so many ink pads out right now. Let's put this away and this way. Now, let's go do our tree again. So what I'm going to do with my tree is this. guess I need another piece of paper. Okay, we'll use this and we can always cut it down, no big deal. I'm gonna go Old Olive. Okay, so I'm gonna go Old Olive. I'm gonna stamp off. And then I'm going to go Mossy Meadow. But see, I'm still going to get that circle. I think it's a style of stamp, actually. I've not had this problem before, to be quite honest. I don't know why. Let's try with the burnt green. Is that what it is? Because I honestly have had such a headache. Like all day. It's just been... Yeah, my greens are not greening tonight. I'm not loving it. Maybe it's a stamp. Maybe it's a stamp I don't like. Let's try something different here. This is a teeny weeny stamp, but let's try this one. This is just a baby stamp. It's my greens. I can't use my greens. Well, that's not a little bit frustrating. It has got to be the, I don't think it's the, I don't know, maybe it's the weather. I didn't drink very much water yesterday or today. So, actually, you know what? Let's do this. Wait, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to stay away from the greens because my greens are really, really weird. And the temperature in this room plays havoc with them most days. So let me put all my greens away. Stand. Oh, that's not supposed to go there. That's supposed to go there. That's supposed to go here. Okay, so let me show you something. Because now we're just playing. We're just playing. We're just having fun at this point. So this is the breast cancer stamp. Okay, so I'm going to use Pretty in Pink. Let me move this out of the way. Okay, so I'm using Pretty in Pink. And then what happens if I use Strawberry Slush? Do you see that? So you want to use two very, very drastic colors. Okay, so that's my Pretty in Pink, and this is Strawberry Slush. Because when you use two colors that are too similar, you cannot tell the difference, right? So let's look at this one again. Go back to, well, let's try with this leaf. Just for something different. So if I use Daffodil Delight for that one, and then let's go Cherry Cobbler. It's all in how you roll your stamp too. That's the other thing I will tell you. See how like juicy that is? because if your stamp pad is too juicy, you don't get the full effect. So this is one of those times where you don't want your ink pads to be overly juicy, right? This is my like new cherry cobbler. So I'm just playing. I'm not just playing. I'm just goofing around now. That's what you want. So it does work much, much nicer with old style ink pads than it does with our new style ink pads. So keep that in mind, just because the new ones are very, very juicy. But see how I used the yellow and then the melon mambo on the outside? Strawberry slush, or sorry, pretty and pink, and then strawberry and slush. So really how you roll your ink pad as well makes a big difference. So let's see if I can find a different tree that we could use, or a different Christmas one. Maybe it doesn't even have to be a tree. It can just be a different Christmas set. Here, what about Forever Forest? Or Peaceful Evergreens. No, not that one. Definitely not that one. Okay, let's try this one and see what happens. Oh, that's a big one. We could do this one. I got so many stamps and inks out right now. Okay, so what if I did the inside brown and the outside green? What do you think about that? Could we do that? Trees sometimes are brown on the inside. Well, if you've ever been to my house, they are. Because I feel like everything around me is... All of our trees are dying. Okay, so I'm using pecan pie. And I'm going to show you what happens when I go into my old olive. If I'm going to put this on my card, I maybe want to go up a little bit. Do you see that? You probably can't see it, but... There's a very, very little hint of green, which is actually kind of funny to me. That's funny. Yeah, it's definitely my green. So guess what Cindy's ordering on her next order? Green ink pads. Okay. So essentially you need to trial and error. It really is a much trial and error. Now this one, I could use this one. I could use that one. And I could just put some red gems on it. Which maybe that's what we'll do, just to complete this card. I was going to use a stamp set that I had sitting right here. This one. And I was going to say, Happy Holidays. So we'll do the Happy in Cherry Cobbler. We'll do the Holidays in Mossy Meadow. And take that out of there. Put that over there. Let's go here. Let's go Happy. Happy. And then Holidays. This way. And what did I say I was doing this one in? I think I actually want to do it in Mossy Meadow. Where's my Mossy Meadow? Hang on. Bear with me, guys. I lost my Mossy Meadow. Well, where did I put my Mossy Meadow? I want to use my new Mossy Meadow. Oh, it's right in front of me. Silly girl. Silly girl. Okay. Now, if I take some red gems, which I hope mine are not all out there, which they might be. Okay, we'll use these. These are old, but again, it doesn't matter. They're embellishments, and embellishments don't go bad. Where's my take your pick? Why? She's struggling tonight, friends. Anybody else struggling tonight? Because I feel like I'm really struggling tonight. Oh. There goes my take your pick tool right off my desk. Great job. Now I do need something red to put up there. Blends plus watercolor. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, so you have to use the right stamp, and you have to use not a juicy ink pad. Okay? Because a juicy ink pad will the ink just kind of spreads, right? When it's juicy like that. And I have not done this a lot with the new ink pads. So this is one I've always done with older ink pads. So good lesson for myself as well. Okay, so there's something on my card. What's on my card? I have no idea what's on my card. Okay, we're just going to go with it. Okay, Thursday night, friends. I should have stamped that up. Thursday night. What are we doing Thursday night? Do we want to pick a technique tonight to do for Thursday? Anybody want to pick one right now? I can grab my technique book. And we can have a walk through this card. It's just not so amazing. It's pretty on camera. It's not so pretty in person. All right. Want to pick a technique with me? I think Joanne's trying to say yes. Okay, so we have faux silk, we have heat embossing, we have we have the alcohol inks, black ice. No, that's two double embossing. Faux patina, blackened background. Blending spotlight, aqua backgrounds, brayer. Baby wipe. Blotched backgrounds. Embossing using tin foil, swiping backgrounds. Coffee filters and floating elements. Coloring. Coloring. Coloring in what sense, Joanne? Do you want to know the different ways to color? Do you want to know the different tools you can use to color? Because I'll be honest, I am not a pro at coloring. I love coloring. I just wouldn't say I'm a pro at coloring. Yes, I'm struggling for many reasons, my friend. I really do think this headache is knocking me to the ground, and I'm really, really, really hoping it's not a sign that I'm getting sick. Because like I said, many people at work are sick right now, and I'm like, get away from me. Sharing is not caring. Coffee. I need coffee. Actually, I had a coffee tonight when I came home from work because my daughter bought me one today. And I actually felt better after having the coffee than I did before. So that's good. I usually have one coffee a day. And that's as soon as I get up. Not as soon as I get up, but my morning coffee, like while I'm at work and stuff, I will have a coffee. And that's it. I don't have one after that. Generally. Oh boy, look at me. I'm going to go to work like that tomorrow. I wonder what the heck happened to me. It's what I am weak in. Choosing colors. Choosing colors. Oh, that's fun. Okay. I feel like that's a very broad topic, but I think it's something we could capture. I honestly, when I'm picking my colors, I'll be honest, I usually look at what's in my card. So, yeah, we can discuss that. I think that's something we could probably... Coffee filter technique. Oh, heck yeah, we can do that. Coffee filter. I love creating with things from around the house. So tin foil, toilet paper, saran wrap, press and seal, coffee filters. It's like a whole class on its own. Around the house. Right? So we can call it around the house. Okay, so did you sign up for my soiree yet? Have you signed up for the soiree? Because I'm not doing very many spots this year, guys. I'm not because actually this would have been a really good one to do as well. I'm not doing a lot. Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine. I use the color wheel. Yeah. So Pamela says she's used the color wheel. I will lean to the color wheel sometimes. But it is definitely an amazing tool for sure. Because it gets your juices flowing as far as like, what could I do? Where could I start? What some of the colors that you would think would go nice the colors that you don't think would go nice together are actually the ones that end up turning out the best, to be quite honest. So your color wheel, I just had mine actually because mine was buried and then I said, no, this needs to be out. I don't know where I put it now because I wanted it front and center with me. Oh, maybe I put it in my drawer. Because I wanted it to be nice and close to me so I could use it at all times, and now I don't know. I put it so close I can't even find it. Because I probably piled something on top of it. Oh, look, there's more stamps. Imagine that. So yeah, so that's the beauty of the Stampin' Up! Stuff too, right? So always challenge yourself to put color combinations together that you probably would not have put together, because the beauty of Stampin' Up! Is that all of our colors coordinate, right? So what is a soiree? Oh, the registration form for the soiree was in my post yesterday, Sandra. So my soiree is a one-day event. So if you do it in person with me here at the studio, which I know some of you can't, obviously, for obvious reasons. If you do it with me here at the studio, it's a full day. It's 10 to 4. And I have like 12 projects that I want to do. So 12 projects. There's usually some swag and some free stuff in there as well. And if I'm shipping to you, it's free shipping. If you're here in person, you're getting your lunch for free. And I always give you like lots of really cool ideas, but the 12 cards will use a variety of sweets and products. And they're usually a little bit fancier. Some will be fancier cards, some will be simpler cards. When I do it here in the studio, we kind of break out into little sessions and do them so that everybody gets a chance. We're not all working on the same card at the same time. If you're doing it through online, I send you a pre-recorded video of all the projects. So then you can work at it whenever you want, whatever your pace is, that kind of thing. I try to keep the cards so that you can use whatever you have. So you're not having to buy like all the sweets, obviously. So I try to keep that in mind when I'm designing the cards as well. Like I'll design it so that you're only using like the sentiment, let's say. So, and because I can't stamp anything for you guys, that's the other problem. So yeah, so it's $100. You get 12 projects, you're getting some other goodies. And it's just one day event, and I'm doing it November 1st. I don't know how I thought that was a great idea, but I did. November 1st. My cancer fundraiser one is on the 30th. So the one, that one will be, so the soiree is November 1st. And I only do it once a year, usually. I was doing it twice a year. It's a lot of work. But I'm cutting back how many I'm doing this year because I don't have a lot of time to prep. And between doing videos and other classes, I just don't have time to do it. So I'm limiting the amount of spots that I have this year for in-person and online, because I'm one person. I can't cut everything. I'd love to say I can, but I can't. So, and I usually stress myself out over getting it all cut, and then they go out late. Now with the postal strike, there's some people I'm going to have to figure out an alternative for. So those kind of things I have to keep in mind as well as I'm kind of putting these all together. So if you're interested in the soiree, you need to register ASAP. I'm losing my voice. What else do I want to tell you? Starter kit we talked about. I don't know what else I wanted to tell you. The kits. Don't forget, if you're willing to, or if you're able to, do a donation for the kits. I would love to put in all the kits, as many as I can anyway. Now that the kit sale's on, so I can get even more kits. Well, it's at like a compressed, discounted rate. And then whatever, if you can't do $30, if you can do $20, if you can do $10 or whatever you can do, that would be awesome. I just put $30 because on average a kit is around $30. And then I will donate those to local charities here for tweens. There's a couple that I'm got some relationships with that I'm looking to kind of pair with them to do that for. So I'm excited about it, actually. And I think it's a great way to give back to our local community and to those kids that, Christmas morning don't really get a whole heck of a lot. There's unfortunately a lot of that out there. And then if it works well, then maybe I can do another one for different charities. So, all right. That's all I got, guys. I got a splitting headache. I need to go home, take some Advil. So try out the rock and roll. And then Thursday, we will, I'll confirm what we're doing, but maybe we can do a coffee filter technique because that's kind of cool. It's messy. I'm going to warn you, it's messy, but I think coffee filters are something that we all have in our homes, or we could purchase inexpensively at the dollar store, what have you, and go from there. Okay. So thanks for joining me, everybody. I hope you're having a great night. I hope you're having a great week. And I hope you will come back Thursday evening. Join me right here for a new technique. All right. We'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.